the coach. You're locked into the...
Thanks, Coach. Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. The last time these two teams met, boy, was it memorable. Wild card weekend last year as the Eagles started their Super Bowl title defense, and they held on thanks to the doink or the double doink heard around the world on the Cody Parkey missed field goal, and the Eagles would escape 16-15. Of course, they would go on to lose the following weekend to the New Orleans Saints. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
I'm going to run you over.
A first down carry now for Miller. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. 6 catches, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Open man is Miller. He's got it. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Now, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's complete. Bernard. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Trubisky to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing here, Trubisky. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
53, Mike.
Here's Bernard, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Giovanni Bernard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed, and this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently, but whatever they said appears to have worked.
Let's go, let's go!
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
No. Switch up.
This is the former Nittany Lion, the rookie Miles Sanders. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Waiting. Mike 58 right there. I'm here.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Here we go. 120!
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Waiting! Mike 59! You got nothing today. You got nothing.
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders. His 17th touchdown now on the season as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Elliott Good with a PAT. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. We remind you that coming up later tonight, we've got a good AFC battle in Baltimore. The Super Bowl champs, New England, in town to take on the Ravens. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, the Cowboys and the Giants from MetLife Stadium to wrap up this first weekend in November. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jannard Avery able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's pulled in at the 32. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he takes it all the way down to the 32. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Watch the screen.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles have taken the lead. It took a pretty big risk right there, going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the score, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the counter, it's Miller. Got some room at the 30. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Here's Trubisky to throw, and he's going to go down again. Derek Barnett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So we have reached halftime with a touch. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Here we go. Here we go.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own. End zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Don't say nothing.
At the 16-yard line.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Here we go. Here we go.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting. And even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he connects with Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside. The 25.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Hey, here we go. Waiting.
I'm coming.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
59. We got to get the ball. Do you get the
Here we go.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
3 buzz, 3 buzz.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on fourth down.
Let him know.
Sunday.
Check 24.
This 5-7.
Wentz to throw for it on fourth. And this is caught by Jackson. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal.
280.
59. Mike to 59.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Backfield, but it'll be second and goal. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
On second down, Smallwood. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll run, it's Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his third touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Trubisky brings the Bears out first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Bernard trying to keep those big legs churning.